I have to say, one by one, I started learning about who else was either already having planned to be in Paris and I didn't know, or they were going to go together sometime, so they might as well go now, or someone could train in. And it was like dominoes, like one by one, this entire posse of coaches who don't all work on intimacy stuff necessarily, but we're all like sensual, intimate, pussy-based business, not the kind of like rigid, like do it the right way, but all like intuitive and sexy. This whole gathering of us ended up converging in Paris. And last night was really like one of our peak moments because one of them was doing her boss bitch baptism, which if you don't know what that is, you can DM me and I'll tell you. And so we were on a boat in the river as the Eiffel Tower sparkled, drinking champagne, also pouring it on her, and witnessing her as she declared what she was letting go of and what she was stepping into. And we all let ourselves soak up that magic and really do the same thing. And it was so magical. We also did a lot of dancing. We did a lot of wildness and just a lot of unleashing. And I just want to share that there's an intimacy lesson in there for me, and I know a lot of us, around sisterhood, because I know that it's both something that gets kind of like tossed around in branding, and I know a lot of people who are like high up in our industry or famous in their own like small world who preach a lot about community and talk a lot about togetherness, and they talk so much shit about their best friends behind their back and are super jealous, and there's so many sisterhood wounds going on. And I just had a glimpse yesterday, and I've been feeling in myself more and more like what is actually possible when we let that part of us heal. So the intimacy wound around sisterhood doesn't necessarily seem as related to like sex and money and power as, some of my other work, excuse me, that maybe is a little bit more like, receiving or expansion. And yet I really find over and over again, this is one of those things, because a lot of the people that I know don't want to have the relationship of their dreams and the business of their dreams and the life of their dreams, in part because they're worried about what that thriving is going to do to other women in their life, whether it's actual sisters. I hear a lot about that. Like my sister, my sister-in-law, or like my mom, like, oh no, like if I almost like outpace them, it's like leaving them behind, whether that's making more money or having, a life that you really love. But even other women, friends, maybe if you only bond over what's going wrong, or strangers on the internet, or like just a fear. Sometimes it's so crazy whose voice it is that we're kind of like worried about. But it'll be like, oh, like my old like coworkers will judge me if I start this business. It's like, what the fuck? Who cares? But we do, obviously, because we are hardwired for belonging. So if you, even if you like did see some of our pictures and you had a ping of like, I think I want that, I just want to encourage you to like create it and to hire the people whose energy you love to be around. One of the reasons that we're here is because my friend hired me as her coach to help her work through this thing and create a masterpiece. And we did. And we get to be in each other's energy, and the things that come naturally to me get to just kind of like rub off on her. And the things that come naturally to all of the rest of the women who we were with get to rub off on all of us. And it's just like an amazing goddess circle. won't say the other word that I'm thinking of right now, but you might know. Okay, I love you.